LR TURLES is dropping on Dokkan tonight. But does that mean that you should be summoning for the character beyond your free tickets? The answer is no. The answer is a resounding, overwhelming, massive no. And you know what? I'm so confident in my no that I'm gonna say no in as many languages as possible. Okay? No. Non. Or no. Nine. Ne. Anio. Ie. Hindi? Okay. Now. Nahin. Hayur. Hayur. A. No. No. Niet. Kong. Ne. Ni. Ne. Ne. Ez. No. Tidak. Nye. Ochi. Oh, there you go. Get the message? I'll do it. We are getting 35 free tickets on the banner. That is the first and most awesomest reason why you should not summon with your stones, because minimum, if you're going to commit to summoning, you should at least do it after you do your summons with your 35 free tickets. Starting with the 7 tickets that you get from the EX missions, that is going to be available day 1. So after clearing Seriously Serious once, you will get 7 free tickets. There's your first entry point. There's your first chance at getting the character. After that, for 14 days, there will be a daily mission where you can earn 2 tickets. Over the span of 14 days, those 2 times 14 becomes 28. 28 plus 7, 35. You are going to be getting 5 7-unit multis. Now I know 7-unit multis with no GSSR is basically just asking for 5 or 7 SRs, which I understand. That normally happens though when you're just doing a one-off, but now you're going to have 5 chances for it. And I'm not saying that that's going to guarantee that you get the character, but this is the best chance you're going to get at getting a character for free on a monthly throwaway part 2 banner like this. This is really cool what they're doing. And to be honest, I know some of y'all probably won't like having to wait the excruciating 14 days, but this is smart because it forces you to get back into the game and engage with the game. And I'm always telling you guys, even during the Dokkan off season, you guys really should still be doing the bare minimum, logging in, getting your stones, doing your daily missions so that you can earn those jars of milk so you can exchange those for the red stones. This helps that happen more consistently. The only thing though, the only caveat is that this is happening 5 hours after Global's daily reset. So basically, what I would recommend that you guys do during these next 2 weeks is, if you're really not interested in playing the game, which I understand a lot of people are not right now in the off season, log in 5 hours after the typical Global daily reset, do your daily missions, and clear these little missions every single day. Now that we have this all in English, let's read it. Clear any stage in the challenge category of the event page once. Oh, just anyone. Okay. So this kind of coincides with the Surging Army of Steel event. During the campaign period, the mission will be updated every day. 2100 PST Iraq Q. That's the first one, so that'll be dropping tonight. Then. Can I not? Okay. Tomorrow, clear any stage in Perfect Cooperation Team Battle once. Okay. Then the next day, clear Surging Army of Steel once. Okay. Then clear Intensifying Fights once. Clear any quest stage once. Clear a support memory boost challenge once. Collection of epic battles. Heated throwdown. Onion Master. Super Battle Road. Man, they're giving us random stuff. I wonder, no, some of these fights don't coincide with new content. They're just different events that they want you to do. Battle Hardened Formidable Foes. Extreme Super Battle Road. Infinite Dragon Ball History. Now that's a slap in the face. When was the last time we had one of these? Clear any challenge event once. Not at all difficult and very easy to do. It gives you one extra thing to work on. This can work well with your daily missions because your daily missions require you clear a stage once. So this works. And so after 14 days, granted, each one you only have a 24-hour window to get. So you cannot afford to miss each day. You will get your 14 and you can go back, or sorry, not 14, 28. You can go back onto the banner and you can do 4 more 7-unit multis. After that, those who truly want to summon at that point will still do it, whether or not I talk about it in this video. But the cool thing is, if you can hold off your urges to summon right away, after 14 days and after you use your free tickets, at that point, we're so far gone and we're so close to the new Tanabata celebration that I think just by design with this whole scheduling thing, I think a lot of people will be able to resist for just a little bit longer. So I actually think that this is a secret huge W that Dokkan is doing. And I dig it. I dig it. So yeah, don't summon. Give yourself 14 days, do the free summons, and then if you really want to at that point, I'm sure some of y'all would do it. Looking at what the banner is going to look like, we talked about this in a previous video, but I just want to go over it again in this dedicated video. It's going to be a poop fest. All right, you're gonna have the new character, you're gonna have 2 other LRs, and then a bunch of garbage. This is from last year. Obviously, these 2 characters have sort of aged well in terms of relevance, but this is not something anyone would have anticipated. So for the most part, I would expect TURLES, maybe TURLES again. I don't know who else they would put. Probably some crappy LR. And then a bunch of just random SSRs. Maybe they throw in Almond, Nutsack, and Ricardo Diaz and the robot dude. Maybe they'll throw them in there. But it's not going to be anything remotely enticing compared to what's coming up. Yeah, of course, TURLES looks good. TURLES makes his team better. However, the team is still not top tier yet. And whatever's coming up here and whatever's coming up here guaranteed will be better for their teams and have longer lasting value than this guy would. That's not true. I shouldn't say guaranteed. But you know what? I'm 99% certain because that's typically the sort of quality that we get during GDC. So it's better to make sure that you are locked in and loaded for these first without compromising yourself on something like this. So if that, so if you're in that situation and you're trying to gauge, hey, should I throw a couple summons in there? If you find yourself in a situation where you have enough stones where you will be able to do a handful of summons on this, or more importantly, be able to summon a lot on this, and a couple of multis won't hurt you, then I'm sure some people will be able to make the judgment call for themselves. But the possible value on return is just not that high on these sorts of banners compared to other ones. That's why it's better to avoid these. And with the added incentive of the 35 free tickets, it's just not something that you need to do. Let's just say you throw 5 multis in there. You spend 250 stones. For some, that's a lot. For some, that's nothing. But let's just say you do 250 stones worth of summons. You manage to pull a copy of the TURLES. What if 2 weeks down the road, after you accumulate those 28 additional tickets and you have your 35 and you summon again, you get another copy of TURLES? That'll make you think, man, you know what? If I just didn't summon initially, I would have pulled this guy for free anyway. And then what? You drop 250 stones for, I'm not gonna say nothing, but like, in hindsight, it's gonna kind of hurt. So that's why, regardless of where you stand, everyone minus whales should wait for at least 2 weeks. And then at that point, we'll definitely get something about this. They'll probably drop a teaser, or maybe they'll do some sort of like JP. Actually, wait. Now that Tanabata is back to its original spot, would they do some sort of a JP fan meetup? Because they're supposed to do 2 JP fan meetups per year, right? And then the global fan meetup would happen sometime in here, somewhere, probably. And then there would be another JP fan meetup like closer to December. I feel like this would actually be a great spot to do a JP fan meetup, but they would have already announced it, so I guess not. Huh. That's odd. All right, so don't summon. He's cool, but don't do it. I will be doing a best teams video later on. You guys will see what sort of teams he'll be best with. He does work as a leader. He does work as, the main cog in a machine. He also kind of works as just a random support in certain situations. So I'll talk more about that in the best teams video, but he's not the must have yet. When we get to the point where Movie Boss is like clearly top tier, or Space Traveling Terrifying Conquerors are like by far and away top tier, then he will be a more attractive character to pursue. It's better to wait when that point has been reached than to invest in him early and then have the other pieces fall in place, because by then this guy would have come back with coins. Maybe other characters would be available on a banner that he possibly returns on. And speaking of return, if we look at the TN equivalent, so this is when he released last year, June, and then he came back for Goma, I think, right? Pretty sure. Hang on. Yep, he came back on the Goma banner. So that was 5 months. November 12th, Goma came out. And June 10th. Yep, 5 months. Yes, 5 months. He came back 5 months later. Could be 5 months, give or take, for this year. Sometime after GDC and after the following Dokkan Fest, actually a couple of Dokkan festivals, when we're approaching the holiday, like Dragon Ball Heroes area, that is when he would likely return. And at that point, I mean, who knows? By that point, I've been seeing some people say like they're starting to kind of feel like a movie boss centric GDC or Tanabata would be in play. And if that happens, then obviously that would make TURLES age even better. And when he comes back over here, that would be a great place to pick him up. Up until now, Goma has pretty much been the only character worth pursuing with yellow coins. But Goma is not a movie boss. Goma is a terrifying conqueror, but he is not a space traveling warrior. He is not a planetary destruction. So his value in terms of this specific top tier team, theoretically top tier team, might be a little bit less valuable. And at that point, maybe Goma isn't the attractive #1 option anymore. Now it's TURLES. So give yourself the ability to make that decision down here. This is all my opinion, so if you disagree, do whatever you want, that's totally fine. I am making this video for those who cannot decide for themselves, who want to know my opinion, or otherwise just are curious what I have to say. So if you feel you are totally fine in summoning however you want, then go nuts. Do whatever you gotta do, because hey, ultimately, we are all contributing stones back into Dokkan for top grossing. We're all helping eventually, you know, the next top. Well, no, that's not true. I wish it was cumulative. That'd be nice. But yeah, no, we're not hitting top grossing for TURLES. So if you are thinking like, hey, I'm gonna summon for a noble cause, I'm gonna get y'all top grossing, nah, that ain't happening. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't summon. Don't summon now. Don't summon Nahin. Don't summon Anio. Yeah. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like down below. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on the should you or should you not summon conversation for TURLES for LR Turkey. Are you gonna do it? Are you not gonna do it? Are you gonna at least wait for the free tickets to roll out, which would be in 2 weeks? Let me know your thoughts, your ideas in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of myself do it. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned and always remember to Dokkan responsibly. Oh, did I pronounce all those words right? If you speak those languages, do tell. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.